That's what you did. You made a joke, and I find it offensive. That's all I have to say.
I want it from the burn book.
Shame.
I want it from the burn book, which is the best one. What you got?
That's all she had to say to him. Shame. Shame. Shame on you for telling the truth about what we have put the public through, what we have put our supporters through, the people that believed in us, who wanted to get to the answers, who, they took us to this line because we wanted to see how power works. And instead, we're protecting people that are in the files. Howard Lutnick's practically running Trump's.
Howard Lutnick said he had no involvement with Epstein. As we know, he was lying. It was just releasing the Epstein files. And that guy is always standing next to Trump when he's taking questions. And they're keeping him in this administration.
Bibi Netanyahu, Howard Lutnick's all over the world with Jared Kushner. He's just been protecting his homies. And
let's not pretend Bibi Netanyahu isn't in Washington, by the way, right now, when they're trying to start war with Iran and have us do all the attacking for them. It's disgusting.
She's got shame on you because he did not mock the Bible in any way. That's what she's got. Yeah, she's got a little bit more too, by the way, because I guess she thought this was going to work. And I actually appreciate this next response from Pam Bondi, her perspective on it, because I think it's honest. I appreciate it because it's honest. Take a listen.
They are talking about Epstein today. This has been around since the Obama administration. This administration released over 3 million pages of documents, over 3 million, and Donald Trump signed that law.
It's because of Ro Khanna and Thomas Massie those Epstein files got released. This administration tried to cover it up and still are redacting the criminals' names, but releasing victims' names. Disgusting. This woman should be embarrassed to be in public.
To release all of those documents. He is the most transparent president in the nation's history. And none of them asked Merrick Garland over the last 4 years.
You're in charge, though.
Word about Jeffrey Epstein. How ironic is that? You know why? Because Donald Trump, the Dow right now is over. The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin. The Dow is over 50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7,000. And the NASDAQ smashing records. Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming.
This is infuriating that she actually is buying this BS. Yeah, we are all just, getting by, and it's the best economy in our country's history. This is so out of touch with reality.
That's what we should be talking about. We should be talking about making Americans safe. We should be talking about, what does a Dow have to do with anything? That's what they just asked. Are you kidding?
It's simply amazing. It's as amazing as Mikey McCoy, right? She's just out there like, what? Let them have cake. Like, what is wrong with you guys? Okay. We're guilty as charged. Yeah, Epstein's trafficking. It's a whole network. Everyone at the top is kind of a monster. Yeah, they've been trafficking children, harming children. There's all this Baal worship. We're referring to you guys as Goyim and increasing your taxes, making things more dangerous, stealing from you effectively.
Yeah, and what's being exposed in those Epstein files and what they've done to children, it's disgusting. It's terrifying. It is very sad.
Money has gone missing, but have you checked your 401ks? Guys, gas is down 10 cents a gallon. Why do you care if we're harming children on islands? Why do you care so much? Are you good? That's what we should be talking about here. Gas. You can get petrol now, and it's like, 10 cents cheaper than it was during the Obama era. What's wrong with you guys? How much more do you need to be distracted so that we can go on worshiping Satan? I just don't understand. Please, let's talk about the Dow. Incredible. That's where we're at right now, guys. Up is down, down is up. Like I said, we are pretty much due for a revolution. I guess the empire, it's supposed to be every 250 years before it crashes and burns. It seems like we're doing that. I recommend you pull your children out of these schools. Very clear that they are everywhere and they are a cult of military. They are dangerous people. You don't want to deal with psychopaths that have this sort of a conscience when you're talking about harming children, that they genuinely, she does not compute why they don't care about Dow. She doesn't even compute it. She's like, what do you mean? What do I mean? What do you mean? What do I mean? Yeah, you don't want to hand your kids over to those people like that. Anyway, so much more that we will be uncovering.
Not to mention, you had Alan Dershowitz today on Piers Morgan talking about Epstein was working for the Russian government, not for Mossad, not for the Israel government, which we can just read the Epstein files and it exposes it's the Israel government. He's saying it's the Russian government. Amazing. These people think we're stupid, and this guy's like a world-renowned lawyer. Crazy. Now, this was from today's episode. She exposes Erika Kirk.
Speaking of a fatal attraction, something that has been doing the right on social media, thanks to, first and foremost, a YouTuber by the name of Nicey. So full credit to Nicey. And then, of course, Baron Coleman picked it up. I love it. We're all just pooling information. And here we are. Is regarding this relationship that Erika had over, it looks like social media. A lot of it played out over social media. And I'm just going to actually cut to Nicey here, who's going to unpack it for you. And to give you a little bit of background, it's 2013. And therefore, Erika has just completed her year as Miss Arizona. And she's 25 years old at the time, Erika is. And now you're going to learn how she met Jillian. Take a listen.
Back in 2013, Erika was 25 years old and she was in a relationship with a basketball player named Joshua Harrelson. So at the time, he was living in Michigan and Erika moved out there to be with him. On the evening of September 15th, 2013, Joshua Harrelson and Erika met a 15-year-old girl named Jillian Falcon. And I know this because Jillian tweeted about it. At 3:53 p.m., Jillian tweeted that she was out for sushi with her friend, and 2 hours later, she tweeted, "Just met Miss Arizona and Josh Harrelson, heart eyes emoji." Now, I'm not sure if Jillian coincidentally bumped into Erika and Joshua or if they were introduced. What I do know is that Jillian had a friend, and the friend's grandparents were renting a home to Erika in Michigan. So I'm not entirely sure if all of these people just bumped into each other coincidentally at the sushi restaurant or if they were formally introduced. But nonetheless, they met, and Erika struck up what I view as a very odd relationship with the 15-year-old girl named Jillian.
So I can help clarify. I can build on that. Like I said, I spoke with Jillian, and that information, part of that information is very accurate. It was about payment for rent. And that is how Jillian meets Erika Kirk. She opens the door. She's presumably living with or visiting her boyfriend at the time. And she sees Erika Kirk and she thinks, oh my gosh, this girl, 25-year-old girl, is so beautiful. And Erika is extremely kind to her, and they start speaking. And somehow, and Jillian does not recall how this transpired, somehow during this rent arrangement, Erika and her exchange numbers. Okay. So what happens next is they begin messaging each other, a texting relationship, and across social media, making comments on one another's posts. And in the beginning, it seems fine enough, I guess. The conversation is polite, maybe something that you might expect to see between someone who has some level of notoriety or fame and one of their fans over social media. But then it picks up, just as Nicey indicates. It picks up, and I am going to allow you to listen to her explain what then transpires. And I would also, again, like to reinforce the fact that this girl, Jillian, is 15 years old and Erika is 25. It's worth mentioning that at this point in her biography, Erika is also working with sex trafficking charities. This is that year where she says that
Yeah, in Romania. She was part of a place that was supposed to help children that were really sexually trafficking these children in Romania. That it's just crazy that none of this stuff has been like brought to any big media forefront. They're fully in the cover up. Not to mention her parents' past ties to Mossad and all these Israel CIA intelligence operations.
Got involved with a sex trafficking charity over in China. I'll have more for you on that next week, but take it away, Nicey.
On February 13th, 2014, Jillian replied to one of Erika's tweets by saying, at Erika Francvi, gorgeous as always. A few hours later, she then tweeted, why did at Erika Francvi just send me this? Laughing emojis. And there is a photo which says, this Valentine's Day, I am going to touch your butt. Jillian posted this tweet on March 6, 2014. So Erika says, let me call you. Hold on, sweetheart. Give me a sex. Wow. And then Jillian says, okay, and puts laughing emojis. Erika then says, sex too, but not from you, lol. Holy laughing emoji. You always make me laugh. I don't bat for
So
the other
weird.
team just yet. On March 13th, 2014, Jillian shared another screenshot of her text messages with Erika. Erika says, I forgot to tell you, hydrate tonight. No alcohol and don't eat a lot of salty foods. You don't want to look bloated. Jillian then responds, thank you. Erika says, no alcohol. Really, Erika? Age recognition, you twat waffle. Apparently, I haven't had my coffee yet. What the hell, Erika? Laughing emoji. Well, on that bite, ... Note, damn you, Siri. Come on, hashtag the struggle. What are you trying to say, laughing emoji? Spit it out, you twat waffle. On the morning of March 26, 2014, Jillian tweeted, I just want to be somebody's woman crush Wednesday. Is that too much to ask? That evening, she then tweets, thank you at Erika Francvi for making my whole week. And she shares this photo, and the photo is of a gnome, and it says, I want to be inside your lady garden. Know what I'm saying? On April 3rd, 2014, Jillian tweeted
So
this
weird.
picture and said, I miss this goon. A few minutes later, she tweeted, did Erika just text me hashtag no new friends? Oh my fucking god, I can't. A few days later, on April 5th, 2014, Jillian posted this tweet. Getting this in the mail from Erika Francvi. And in the photo is a red box of chocolate-covered strawberries and other chocolate desserts. And the card in the photo says this. Happy sweet 16, beautiful girl. Keep strong in faith and know that you're loved. But most of all, never forget that you are perfect and amazing just the way you are. I am so proud of you. Today is the first day of another 365-day journey around the sun. Enjoy the trip, boo. Love you, E. On June 7, 2014, Jillian shared this tweet. This has to be the most heartfelt compliment I've ever gotten. And she attached a screenshot of her conversation with Erika. So Jillian says, thank you. Erika says, you have the most stunning features. Jillian says, best compliment ever. Erika says, your eyes, your lips, your skin, you're absolutely beautiful. Jillian responds with the crying emoji, you're making me cry. In February of 2014, Jillian went on a family trip to Puerto Rico, and Erika was liking and commenting on her Instagram posts. So Jillian posted this photo of the beach, and Erika says, unreal gorgeous. And then Jillian responds, this is by far my favorite picture I took. My mom wants to get it blown up at Erika Francvi. Erika responds, I could see why, boo. Jillian responds, so perfect at Erika Francvi. Erika then responds, ... Yes, I know you are.
I'm just going to follow that with a little bit of silence. I just want us to all contemplate it. Let's actually contemplate it for the people who are going to try to explain it, the Erika splainers, who are going to be like, that's not weird. No. What? Never been a 25-year-old sending chocolate-covered strawberries to a 15-year-old? That's not weird. You guys are haters. No, what? Oh, come on. You've never, as a 25-year-old, decided to message a 15-year-old about their lips and their skin and how perfect they are. You never decided to message them when they posted a photo of them with a person that's their age and said, no new friends. Almost like territorial, like or that's obviously all just a joke or something like that. By the way, just in general, going back to how they met, I'm trying to rationalize in my head, under what scenario, if a 15-year-old, if you open the door and a 15-year-old was there, would you exchange numbers with them? Like, I'm trying to rationalize it. Maybe if they were with their parent and they were like, the parents were like, he was looking for a job. Like, I don't know if you need like a babysitter. You guys want to go to dinner for a couple of hours, sort of a thing, maybe. But I'd probably take the parents' number. Yeah, I would definitely take the parents' number. I actually can't rationalize that. So I'm throwing that out because sometimes people in the chat can be more creative than me. And they can say, oh, no, it's totally adorable to exchange numbers with the 15-year-olds and then kind of have this relationship with them.
She's a groomer. That's what she is. Or she's a honeypot, as they call it. They're going to bring these kids in. Just like these Epstein videos. They use a hot person for the forefront to bring these young kids in. And then they traffic the kids. It's called a honeypot. There's multiple types of honeypots, but it's very sad, and it's a real thing, by the way. Sound of Freedom by Jen Javizel, I think it is, but they exposed that they used like this hot Mexican model to, you know, kind of prop up the kids to their parents, so they leave them with the kids, and then they come back to this place and the kids are gone. It's very sad.
Or you're
But true.
commenting and saying, making lesbian jokes. I don't, you know, swing for the next team yet. Is that appropriate to say to a 15-year-old when you're 25? Come on, where are my Erika splainers in the chat? I want to hear it. It's a time to be alive. You know, everyone's explaining Jeffrey Epstein and all of his friends. Go ahead, go for it. I think it's fine. Go ahead. I want to hear it. There's so much
all
that
connected.
disturbs me about that. But again, when I first was going, everything is wrong here. That's my natural intuition. I didn't want to then extrapolate and jump to conclusions until I spoke with Jillian. On the off chance that maybe it is my personal senses, having learned everything about Erika's background, maybe my personal senses about Erika might be clouding my judgment. Maybe there was a perfectly reasonable explanation for that sort of relationship. Maybe she really is just such an amazing person by the time she's 25 years old. Such a strong and faithful Christian that she wants a 15-year-old to feel sexy or something. I also want to note that this particular 15-year-old at this time, what we know based off of Jillian's tweets is that she doesn't have a father in her life. Okay. She tweeted this in June of 2014. I haven't seen my dad over 2 years. Okay. The reason why I want to point that out is because Charlie Kirk and I did a lot on the road discussing father absence and how.
Wow. Wow. Well, it's true. I mean, the more we learn about Erika Kirk, the more sketch she comes across. I don't trust her at all. I don't trust anything in regards to Turning Point. When Charlie Kirk was assassinated, may he rest in peace, that's when that whole company tanked. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. I'll see you on the next video. Have a blessed night. Peace out.